hey, welcome to Fetch Quest.
What did we get?
A Millerite.
Oh, it's Miller time.
Wow.
Okay. It's Miller time at the end of time here. Okay.
All right.
Is this like
a crown?
I thought for some reason
Cherub's crown. It's Lightning's crown. We talked about this at the start of a couple.
I thought it was
going to
be Pabst Blue Ribbon in there, honestly.
It'd be good. I'd eat Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I mean, it makes sense that there was like a Pabst Blue
Cherub
Ribbon
crown?
thing. That's not bad.
Resist death, 30%. Nobody casts that. Nobody casts that.
Yeah,
I'm not. I
You'll
don't have
never die
any-
by an auto shot of death.
I'll die by somebody just dealing 7,000 damage in one hit.
Probably,
sure.
yeah.
But
That
the
makes
move
all the
death,
sense in the world. Yeah.
The move death that already has like 10% win chance.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so this is
Fuck you.
Oh, he's got you. And you can't keep swearing that many times in the
no, not
beginning of an
this-
episode, Robin.
But it was just the glee from not getting hit by the.
I mean, I know there's
need
glee. I love to swear, too. I mean, nobody swears more than me.
as the
But-
other episode openings can prove.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I swear like a sailor. I think that probably just stems from my rebellion against my Christian upbringing or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But in any case, so is this the final dungeon here? Or?
Oh yeah, we're in the final dungeon now.
Okay.
Once we get out of this zone, I think there's like 1 or 2 zones left.
Okay, because I basically, like, it feels very Final Dungeon-y, I guess, in the sense that they drop you in a place without giving you any rhyme or reason for why you're here.
Yeah, it was a real intense jump to this spot.
Yeah, like, we were in a city and then we weren't.
Yeah,
also,
and then we
didn't
were in a
see
church.
Didn't we see Snow's bros for, like, real quick, and then they just fucked off?
Oh yeah, dude, Snow's Bros are a bunch of wackos, you know?
It's just like, yeah, it's like, what was the point of that here?
There was no real point, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it did not need to happen.
But I mean, there is something to be said about JRPGs that do this, where they just kind of dump you in a long final dungeon without really any rhyme or reason for it, other than just go here and go kill the boss.
Well, they had, 80% artists or something, like whatever the number was.
No,
and,
but even Xenoblade does that. Even
well, they built out this
Xenoblade
dungeon.
does it. Earthbound does it too. Mori kind of did a little bit. Undertale doesn't do it quite so much. But I mean, like, it is a thing in JRPGs.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you just kind of like dump you in a world that's just kind of like
Oh god, Star Ocean.
it's a
3.
nightmare world that you're kind of in, I guess, kind of.
Yeah,
But, like,
Star Ocean 3 did that huge, like, space time theme type stuff, but just these massive towers
Yeah.
are climbing up.
and Zelda kind of does it too and stuff too in that same way.
And it's actually just like this, like a decompartmentalized, like alternate space.
like a pocket dimension,
Yeah,
effectively.
like pocket
What we
dimension.
get?
you fucking kidding me?
Boy, that was worth the effort. Okay, that's the way you came. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
you're
was
not
a-
supposed to be this way. So
I guess
yeah,
there is
that's-
nothing over here.
Yeah, well, but you got Miller time. Miller
I
time's
actually
not
might
bad.
be able to use that to
Yeah,
maybe use that to upgrade something.
But certainly can use it to get drunk. Can you evade? You cannot evade.
Oh, you little
Or at least
shits.
you cannot evade anyway.
I evaded it.
So is it literally just going down hallways and stuff, or are there puzzles and stuff here too?
I don't know if they're puzzles. I think those things are making me do puzzly type stuff.
Okay. I mean,
Alright,
it's
just kill
fine.
these
They
guys.
haven't really thrown any puzzles at you to this point here, effectively. Really, there's been no puzzles or any like things you've had to interact with, like dungeon-y elements in this whole game.
Yeah,
Maybe a
not
couple
much in that
switches
way.
to platforms and stuff, but like even then, that's just kind of like that's route finding. That's finding your way via a route.
Yeah, there was what the fuck was the dungeon that was up to this point? I don't remember. There was some other kind of dungeony type thing.
Well, we did the fucking elevator where they gave us 6 fetch quests and said, "Hey, go do these things," but really obnoxious to get there. So there's some really fucking obnoxious pathfinding there, I guess.
The bastards.
I mean, the good news is these things kind of go down pretty easy.
Yeah, the pathfinding puzzles are really annoying. Especially in this one, I think it's probably just going to be like, go hit this button to move these platforms into place and then run back. Of course, then there was that time when we were in the sewers, which are suspiciously gigantic.
Yeah, a lot of these areas are specifically gigantic. I mean,
fucking
like, because here's the thing, like, and this is not the only game that
those
does
sewers.
this, but I mean, like, the scale of things relative to the world, like, because somebody had to build this shit.
look at this shit.
Yeah,
right? And it's all like flying through. I mean, it's like you were talking about on Paper Mario recently with Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for why you do this. This makes less sense because this makes more sense because unlike Bowser's Castle, the minions have to actually navigate and explore the world and stuff.
These are just zombies.
Yeah, these are just zombies. Who gives a fuck about if the zombies find their way or not? They're zombies.
They tried to lead a coup.
You can
they
find
turned
a
into
million zombies. You absolutely can. Zombies are replaceable. So, but like Paper Mario's Castle is just like there's this really obnoxious water puzzle, and it's just like, well, how do you leave the castle? You have to go through the water puzzle room. It's just
Every time.
It feels like that'd be just annoying. Like, cause
It really does.
Because you gotta remember, like, there's actual minions and stuff that have to go places. It's not like there's a teleporter. Yeah, like, where the fuck would you go? All right, so you're going to that one first?
Yeah. Oh.
It makes sense. This one seems more isolated, I guess. Yeah.
Look, it took me right to treasure.
Look at that. A treasure chest.
Did it just take me to the other
What
side?
did you get?
Dump,
What did you get?
20
Sea King beards.
That's just it says Sea King. It's there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that
It sure
one.
did. But why though? And why did he feel the need to give you 20 of them?
Fuck yeah, dude! I love Sea King.
Okay. Yeah, you couldn't escape all of them here. What are you getting at, Chloe?
I love Sea King. Sea King is a great fucking Pokemans. How often do you use Sea King when you play Showdown? 80% of your fights? 90% of your fights?
I mean, in randoms, like, he's got a pretty good level, and, like, I'm not disappointed when I have a Sea King on my team. Because, particularly in doubles where he can use his Lightning Rod ability.
Oh.
So basically that just makes him immune to lightning and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just...
Alright guys, you need to stop getting interrupted.
There are worse monsters
You
to
guys
see me
really need to stop getting
Showdown. I mean, hell, even like I got a sweep with Maractus once. It's just like all I kept doing was spamming Leech Seed and Spiky Shield, and they just kept going for it. And it's like I took out 5 Pokemon with the Maractus in one.
That is horrifying.
I beat a Garchomp. I beat I think I beat a Zygarde. Like I beat a Frostlass. Like I mean. I beat every fucking little thing with the Maractus, which is historically one of the all-time worst Pokemon ever made. Oh, goodness.
So good.
I mean, I like Maractus well enough. I mean, it's from the... Boy, they're just hammering here pretty good.
Yeah. They keep having these, like, interrupts that are just killing me and locking me down.
Do you have a thing that can prevent you from being staggered, or no? Not really.
I don't have... You mean, like... they were also just like using stun moves on me, like, or
that's
you
what I
can't
was wondering
use
if there's
attacks.
a way to prevent you from being stunned.
Not all of these things. So there's the interrupts that happen, you know, where you're interrupted when they just hit you.
Right.
But they were using like stops on me, so I would have to not be able to cast or attack for a while. Like, and just lightning was just sitting there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wishing I could attack.
Yeah, just like, if only I could do something about getting murdered by all these fucking birds.
Technically, I could like get a bunch of equip items to give me like percentage like defenses against these things, but each fight the enemies have different loadouts. You'd have to have like a different set of equip items for every fight.
That just feels fucking miserable. Like, it's almost worth you suffering when you die just for the fun of it, honestly.
I'm going to kill these
too
things.
much work.
These little fucking monster
You
things.
got him. You got him.
Kill them dead.
Yeah, exactly. You did it.
With 5 stars.
I don't know about that.
Tell that to all my stars.
You got a moistened scale.
I really, really did.
Oh, goodness. So, I'm noticing that there is sort of a labyrinthy kind of thing to this where it can be very easy to get lost. You have a story about the final dungeon the last time you played,
God,
is that
dude, yeah,
right?
the last time I was in this final dungeon, I was tripping balls. The year was 2012.
Set the stage for us,
2011.
Professor Rob.
The year was 2011. It was one day before my commencement ceremony at my graduation ceremony. It's called your commencement speech, right?
Are
they
you the
do
one giving the
commencement-
speech?
No, not me.
So
not
then,
me.
no.
Was one day
graduation.
before graduation.
That would have been well, that one doesn't make any sense because this game came out in 2010.
Well, yeah, the last time I Well, yeah, the last time
okay. So this
I
was
here.
Gotcha. Okay. So then, okay.
Not the first time I was here.
Got it. Okay. So then, you didn't go in completely blind to it, although you may as well have.
I mean, yeah. So a buddy of mine. See all these debuffs they hit me with? Ass faces.
It's yeah,
oh, now
sucks.
they're casting death. Oh, they're casting it on lightning. That's it.
Probably should heal. Probably should heal.
Gonna need to do that.
Yeah, probably should
stop
heal.
casting it on lightning.
All right, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. Let's get this. All right, we need to focus on one of these guys.
All right, so it's whenever you graduated. This is getting your master's, or was this?
No, this was undergrad. So
undergrad.
2011. It was actually 2011.
Got it. Okay.
So you know, spring of 2011, one day before the graduation ceremony.
Okay.
A buddy of mine who I wasn't really actually going to see much at all after this. You know, due to
all the drugging.
well, no, because it was the end of school, so he was going elsewhere. He's from Burma, so
okay, gotcha.
he was kind of, what are they doing? Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay, you're fine.
It's like, why is that monster healing? Why is he healing?
Why is that monster in the sky preparing to rain down death?
And he just, like, for the week before this, he was just like, I love Final Fantasy 13, but I could never beat it. You know, I got stuck in the final dungeon. And so after this, you know, he's basically going to go back to Burma for a while because he was kind of an exchange student.
Sure.
And I was just like, whatever, Robert, you know, we'll play it sometime. We'll play it sometime. We'll play it sometime.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard that one before. It's kind of crazy.
Hey,
here we are.
And yet here we are.
Here we are. Except I didn't beg to play this game.
Yeah. And so I was just like, sure, I can like help you with it, but this final dungeon is just, you just have to go to the end. There is no trick.
Can we all just for a second take a brief moment of silence to pray for the people of Burma, because they don't get a lot of good games there, clearly. And so he clearly thought this was a good game when he came here. So can we give him a moment's silence and pray for him to get better games in Burma?
Oh man, but he could never beat it. And I was like, you know, I can help you out with it, but there's no real like trick to this game.
No,
or to this area.
It's just a lot of bullshit that they throw at you. Just to, because like, we've talked about how the first Earthbound game, Mother 1, they famously did not balance test the last area. And so like it's a fucking miserable slog of just insta death everything. It's just kind of a miserable slog to get to the end. So you can be like, you basically have to be like 10 levels higher than you need to beat the actual boss of Mother 1. It's an NES RPG in the worst of ways in that.
Yeah.
But it's just like they literally did not have the time to balance test it. So it's just like, here we are. This feels not like that in that sense, but it feels like their excuse is, well, let's make a big area, but also have a lot of encounters and stuff, too, to slow you down and slow down how quickly you can get through the end of the game.
Definitely feels like that.
Yeah. And it's just like, dude, you do not need to pad out your game. Like, I understand why Final Fantasy feels the need to pad out its games, because it's fucking Final Fantasy. It's the standard bearer for the genre. But, like, Undertale is so good because it's so short.
Yeah.
Portal is so good because you can consume it in a 2-hour stretch. Like, I mean, and those are experiences that stick with you a little more. Like, if I have a complaint about Amori, it's that it's a 20-hour game, and there are sections that feel padded. So because it's an RPG.
Yeah.
Versus Undertale's not trying to be an RPG. Undertale's trying to subvert RPGs. So, I mean, it just... Good Lord, these things just won't fucking die, will they?
Yeah, they are being dicks.
Goodness. All right, so your friend from Burma convinces you to go sit...
No. So that's just the thing, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know when we're gonna do this. He would just talk about it, and then we would just kind of never do it because I would need to play his PS3 and stuff like that, set up and shit like that.
Sure.
So fast forward to the end of the week. Buddy is in town, and he...
That's a lot of damage.
Buddy's in town, and this was back during the time when I was in college. I don't do drugs, kids. I did drugs. And
Yeah,
you know, it ruined it. I went to
let's put a
jail.
Disclaimer here right now.
I went to
Don't-
jail. Totally. You
Yeah,
know,
that
don't
sounds
do drugs.
That
kids.
sounds convincing.
Like,
Yeah.
they're a bad time for everyone, and
Or get drugs recommended to you by a pharmacist or a psychiatrist. That's also good. I feel like our viewers should seek help. Yes, but yeah. So.
oh god, definitely one of the things. I mean, if you want my honest, don't do drugs, you know, pitch, it would be that you should probably not. You know, one of the things I'm worried about with weed being legal is that weed is like a trigger drug. If you do a lot, not like a gateway drug, but like if you do a lot of just THC in general or weed during the ages of like 16 to 24, if you have any like tendencies towards underlying mental health issues,
Sure.
Whether it's depression, anxiety, bipolar, and ADHD, then it will. If you do it a lot, it has a higher chance to make those manifest where they may not normally.
Well, see, it's interesting you say that because as a person who has at least half the things you're talking about and took Zoloft and stuff as a kid, I will say the prescription stuff also kind of fucked with your mind, too.
I mean, yes, there's a crazy amount of side effects.
It's almost like I feel like kids shouldn't be taking that.
A lot of like,
Because
I'm
took
sure
it
you've
and I
gone
was
through,
fucking.
yeah.
Because I took it and I was fucking miserable.
I mean, a lot of the anti-anxiety meds can end up causing depression, or the antidepressant
Yeah.
meds can end up causing anxiety or stuff
Well,
like that. Is that
I
how that
think
was up here?
I think there's a little bit of
Is there
that
nothing else
too.
up here? Did
I
I just
don't.
get fucked?
No, you can go to the left. I think
I
probably.
think that's where I came from. Let me.
No,
I was
'cause-
just up. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where you just came from. So go to the. Is there anything
Yeah,
down
and
the
then
left
that
path?
was just that. Oh, okay. So yeah, new path right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
So.
a new way down at least. Okay. Yes, path.
Nope.
No.
Maybe uncertain. Is there anything down the end of
Oh,
it? Yeah, there's a
well.
chest. Yeah.
All
So
right.
then you gotta go back the way you came.
All right. Knocked out that one. Hop
Yep.
back on the other one.
Yes. But yeah, no. I found when I take anti-anxiety medicine, I can't code.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Because the whole goal of anti-anxiety med is to kind of take you out of your headspace effectively. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's not good for me to take it because being in my headspace is how I code and that's how I do my job. So, like, it's never been something it's never been something I've been able to take while being on the job. The good news is I'm in a job that gives me far less stress now. So, me getting anxious is not quite a big thing I have to deal with anymore.
That's good.
But I mean, yeah, I think there's something to that notion.
Would you say that on anti-anxiety meds you are no longer worried, and in no longer being worried, you were no longer worried about not getting your work done?
No, I don't think that's the case because. No, I mean, I literally remember having a panic attack while on anti-anxiety medicine because I couldn't do my job.
Oh God, no!
Yeah, so it's not the best place, but I was also not in the best mental state at that time because I literally had just started work at my first job, and
God, yeah.
I had spent I had spent the evening overnight in a hotel that night because it was about an hour plus away from home. And it was my first time being away from home, and so I was like, okay, this is weird, and this is stuff. And then the next day, I had a flat tire.
Oh God!
And I was 2 hours late to my first day at work because I had to walk to work.
Oh God!
And I was in a suit, and I was walking and stuff for like over 4 miles and stuff to work.
Oh God!
It's just fucking a day from hell.
That sounds like it.
And then afterwards, we took my car to the Pep Boys, and that took the whole rest of the day and stuff. It's just like that first week is just like, fucking, is this what being an adult is like? Is this what fucking hell is like? It's just, I have no time to do fucking anything. And the answer is kind of yes, kind of no.
Kind of yes.
Yeah, I mean,
it all still happens, but it's much easier to deal with.
Oh no, to be certain. And also, like, because also at that same time too, I was driving an hour each way to work and stuff.
Because it was
So and also like my first job, they made me learn it's carbuncle. I think it's the light fixture.
Oh, you're right, it is.
Yeah, it's the light fixture. But I mean, like, it's just like they were teaching me a new language that I had never used before, and just like, well, you're going to be doing this. It's like, okay, that's not what you guys hired me for, to my knowledge, but I mean, okay. Okay, so yeah, go meet that person down there, I guess, then. So like, is this a week from hell, and I was just so stressed out that I got on anxiety medicine, and I was freaked out because I couldn't do my job while on anti-anxiety medicine, so I had a panic attack.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what the correct answer is, because I think there is some benefit to doing stuff, because like I was suicidally depressed for like a good 4 or 5 years out of my life.
Oh, yeah.
From like age 13 to like 18 and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know what the answer is, because the medicine probably helped, but I don't know that it 100% helped. I don't know.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not on anything anymore, but I mean you're not wrong. Is that I don't know that we should be fucking with kids' minds by giving them drugs at that age until they.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like stuff that's gonna.
Until maybe they. I don't know what the correct answer is there, but yeah, no. If you're young, talk to somebody. Don't take mind-altering substances. There's better solutions. So tell us about your mind-altering solutions you took when you were that age.
All right, now to totally flip it around.
Yeah. We went down a path there for a little bit.
No. To totally go against what we just said.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is.
I think you're doing okay.
It's
although
okay.
you're
We're not
debuffed to
attacking
shit.
fast enough to hit that guy.
Well, because you were debuffed to shit.
And this guy is not.
I was gonna say like
This guy we can kill.
Okay.
The other guy we can't.
It felt
kill
like
if
you
he's
were not
staggered.
staggering him like effectively at all.
We're not. That one we're not attacking fast enough to interrupt him while he's staggered, and this one we're just not dealing the damage we needed to.
Got it.
So
So then
reboot after we kill this guy. So yeah. So personally though, I think everybody should take hallucinogenics once in their life, because it fundamentally alters the way your brain works for a time during the time that it's active.
Yeah. No, I think
which gives you a different perspective on the way consciousness operates.
I
or
think
just on the way the brain
everybody should
operates.
either do that or have surgery before they turn like that age. Because like there is something to the notion about like not fucking existing and being kind of okay with it for a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's a little crazy.
Because like when you like go under for surgery or something, you're fucking out.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like you come back, obviously, but just like it feels like almost no time passes while you're out. Like you literally
that's
just.
true. No, don't hit me with the plasma cannon again, please.
I've been under for surgeries and stuff, and just like you fucking just wake up immediately afterwards and stuff.
Yeah.
Or you play the game where you see how long you can last while you're on whatever it is, anesthesia or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
I mean, it is, but you never win.
Never do. I am like the world's fucking worst at that one.
Except when you do, weirdly enough, because there's like one of my favorite comedians, Rob Schraub, famously had what did he have done? Was it a root canal or something? And he woke up while on anesthesia. Oh no, he was having a colonoscopy and he woke up.
Oh god.
And he's just like, he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to freak the doctor out. So like, because I mean, like you hear those stories and stuff too. But anyway, so altered substances, you're on, what is it? Mushrooms or?
No. So right. So all of this is going on, right? And
I love how we started the story
somebody
15 minutes ago. We've not touched the surface.
Somebody rolls into town, and so as part of being like in the drug culture, you're kind of aware of what's floating around and what's available, even if you really only stick to one substance, which for us was weed.
Yeah.
Which is probably anyways, can't recommend it personally, but
I will say I was a little offended you never offered me weed in high school.
I didn't have any in high school. It wasn't until college, until I was partway through college, and that I started doing it. And really only did it for like a year and a half, and then. Whoa! Hang on.
That's a lot of damage.
Hello.
That's
please.
a lot of damage.
That's
okay. Well,
don't heal Saz. I know he's healing you, but
you're okay. You got this.
Jesus, that was certainly something.
That was almost death.
Yeah, that was not great.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so now then, anyways.
Anyways.
We're doing the thing. So anyways, we're doing that. We find out that LSD's coming through town, and that's always kind of a big deal because you can kind of track it coming in from closer towns, and you know when there's going to be stuff floating around.
That's fascinating. Okay, so because obviously this was pre-internet. Well, this was
it's
internet.
Still internet, and you could technically at this time get LSD off of like the Silk Road, which was still up at the time.
Sure, yeah, or like a Craigslist.
I had known somebody that did that. Yeah, but other times it'll just like pass hands through weed dealers, and you'll kind of hear rumors that it's coming to town.
Got it. Yeah.
And so we pick some up, and you know, we're just like, okay, it's the end of school. You know, it's one day before graduation. Let's drop acid.
Sure.
And so we did.
And
acid,
you decided to go
I
through
took one tab, and it didn't seem to be doing much after an hour and a half, so I took a second.
Oof.
The first one started hitting almost immediately then. The second one hit then. I was like tripping hard for maybe 10 or 12 hours.
Good lord.
Okay, so that is cutscene direction. Nothing over there.
Nothing over there,
And
yeah.
I didn't go explore what else was over there, but whatever, we can just wander where it takes
keep
us.
going this way.
It should take me back
Are you sitting in center?
Oh, there we go. I want to go to this person.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you want to talk to that person.
Yeah.
You haven't already. Yeah.
This isn't...
That thing
Okay, no, okay, the arrow's pointing at it now.
That thing didn't bring you anywhere.
It took me down a level.
Oh, it did? I didn't notice it.
That's because the camera was fucked.
Well, silly me.
So, we do that, right?
Yeah.
And, it was pretty ridiculous, did some wandering around campus, but, you know, when that kind of hits you, it does some of that, like...
I have no frame
lots
of...
of hallucinogenics.
I have no
like,
frame of reference because I'm a good boy who doesn't do drugs.
a lot of the hippie culture words kind of add up for it. Things like trippy, visuals, those
Sure.
start to have a totally different meaning.
Well, it's like those monks who like take like the hallucinogenic mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
do it to achieve enlightenment.
Yeah,
to...
and there's like that stuff where you go like down to South America. What on earth?
It does a lot of damage.
There was no coming back. Actually, I don't... Okay, so it's just the bike and those three, not another thing.
Well, I mean, it's still a lot of bros.
Those guys all have crazy debuffs. This is,
well, summon the horse, and that'll help.
yeah,
Because then your debuffs will go away. Unless you can sneak past them, which I don't think you can.
I can go this direction instead.
Will that get you there, too? Maybe.
Maybe. It looks like it's...
It seems like it's a long way around, maybe, yeah.
And this guy's just fucking stalking off in the corner like an edgelord.
So was there? So you guys just got tripped out through here effectively? Because I mean, this is very trippy as a person who's sober.
This game already is, right? So my buddy though, the one that wanted to play the game, was dead sober. He just wasn't around. He wasn't even around for the first few hours. He just showed up a couple hours into the trip and was just there.
So why were you playing the game?
Because he brought his PS3 with him to my house.
Got it. Okay,
and
so
he was just like, and he knew I was going to be doing this, or that
for some reason,
for some
reason, I thought you said that you were playing Final Fantasy 13 without your friend. You just got really into it.
No, he brought it over like a few hours in. He knew that we were, because he had done it the night before.
Sure.
And so, I also don't know why he came over. You don't really sleep on this thing. It's like, this is 12 hours over the course of like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Got it.
And so, yeah, maybe like 9 p.m. he just rolls in, and I am just blasted sideways. It's
and now's
very
the
hard
perfect
to describe
time
how
to do
much.
the final dungeon.
And so he's like, let's do it. And so he's like, I need help beating the final dungeon. And I'm like, okay, like,
very agreeable.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, and he like literally just sets, like, he gets a TV, puts it on the floor, and then has like the game on the game on the floor and stuff. And don't kill Fang, don't kill Fang. Nice.
He's good. You're good. You got this.
And he's just, and so he sets it up on the floor and fires it up and pops in, and so that's where the last time I was here I was tripping balls. But
now, did you actually get through?
No, God, no. Are you kidding me? We got like nowhere in it. Like this stuff starts going on, right? And so one of the things about this drug is that it enhances vision for everything. So
interesting.
You have actually enhanced vision. I was like walking around outside. Well, it's mainly just like your pupils dilate to ridiculous amounts.
So
you
can you see without your glasses? Is what you're saying?
Not that kind of enhanced vision.
Okay.
Your ability to sense light goes way up. So like when I was, for instance, I was walking down a path with like street lights on it, and you could see the cone of light the street light would cast that was brighter than the rest of it.
That's interesting. Okay.
And you just have really intense
ability to pick up light. So then this particle effect clusterfuck must have been
awful, dude. I was starting to get nauseous. Like,
I can imagine. I kind of get nauseous looking at this game
top
sometimes
of that,
too.
Patterns,
that's the power of the crystal engine.
That is the power of the crystal engine.
Well, that's
patterns
the way you
start to move on their own. Yeah, I was just gonna hop over this.
Okay.
patterns start to move on their own. So
Sure.
if you look at
Well, I mean, these
in
things
this
are
room-
already moving, for example.
No, I know. So if you look at that,
This sounds miserable.
that would look like one of those moving conveyor belts. If you were
Oh,
to look
so
at that.
Chloe's
so it
ramp,
would just,
okay.
Yeah, Chloe's ramp that has a lot of like panels on it.
Yeah.
Did you see the way Sass was just jumping
I
like
didn't,
Mario?
no.
He was jumping like Mario sideways, but flying at me. Look, he's like, just like this.
Well, they're just trapped in hell.
The crystal engine can't handle that. They're still stuck.
The crystal engine can't handle jumping.
Well, my party has abandoned me, but
They
we
sure
will
have.
forge on.
Okay, we did
But you're
this.
doing all this stuff. You'll see some of the Oh, there's more of them. Let me
Oh,
plan this a little
hey.
better. Get
See if
around
you can
these
jape 'em
guys.
here.
Yeah.
You can jape 'em, I believe in you. Hi, Chloe.
Yeah, they're getting
oh,
stuck.
that's not
He's
the-
yes. No.
Where'd the remote go? There it is. I'm not gonna-
Is that the end
There
of
you
fetch
go.
quest?
I mean, we'll do this boss fight here quick. Good, but I mean, so basically, you do not recommend doing LSD while doing the final dungeon. Is that what
Oh
you're
no!
saying?
You'll see in the next zone, like the particle effects go even crazier. But you can see on them, there's those little like the
Yeah.
little like the dust effects and the
Well, I mean, yeah, because the artists.
yeah. There are like tons of the little dusty things. Everything has like a little splash whenever it happens. Like the lightning in there. Like if you take a really close look at it, there are bubbles for the water attacks. There's like little like lightning streaks every time I hit him, and stuff flies off. The numbers are going. Like there's
Sure.
layers and layers of crap. All of that becomes like
Oh, I just imagine everything gets way more magnified.
yeah,
So-
basically
just like
yes.
you said,
So it all
yeah.
gets intense, and like I said with patterns, so all of them also start to move intensely apart from, the patterns and movements.
I'm
they
not
already
saying
do.
this is a person with experience doing this. Don't watch the Pokemon episode where Porygon.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, where Porygon sends you to
Uh,
the hospital.
I thought it was Pikachu that sends you. I thought Porygon
No,
was
we've had
innocent.
this discussion before. Oh yeah, Pikachu's the one who. Yes, you're not wrong. Pikachu's the one who sends you to the hospital, but Porygon's the
healing,
one who
that's not
takes
healing,
the
that's not
fall
healing.
for it.
Exactly.
For that fucking
Stupid
electric
Porygon.
rat.
Damn stupid Porygon and his stupid
Wait,
stupid
we're
death
not on
beams.
the same page here.
Look, alright, I don't like Porygon.
I like Porygon. Porygon's fine.
Okay, Porygon's cool, but Porygon Z, I don't know.
Well, I think it's proof that Porygon Z is a bad Pokemon when Porygon 2 is widely more used than Porygon Z. There's probably something to that point. Now, obviously,
He's
you can-
charging the mana drive. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Well then,
Guess that's what the mana drive does.
I guess that's what it does.
And now he's
fine.
ignoring me. Now he's just like, yeah,
He's,
I hit him with the
kind of
big
like
one.
Yojimbo there. He's just
He
kind of
is.
like, yeah.
He's kind of got that giant like cape
Yeah,
deal
like
going on.
he very much reminds me of Yojimbo, the summon from Final Fantasy X,
Yeah.
where you just pay him money and maybe he'll do something fun.
Maybe he'll do his instant kill move if you pay him money
Yeah,
over and
yeah.
over again.
It was like, I like the idea of an armed mercenary who maybe will murder things, maybe won't.
And has a dog.
Also, the dog. Don't forget the dog. Sometimes he'll just send the dog at you.
And then you're sad.
Indeed. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Everybody, take it easy.
Awesome.
Don't do LSD while watching the next episode.
Highly recommend not doing it. Yeah, no,
There you go.
absolutely don't do that. Cut on your voice there, not mine.
I'll make that decision. I'll make that decision later.